right, we got our little albino water monitor here. There, as you can see, they got, ooh, it's got in the, ooh, I just got hit really hard. What's up, snake fans? Dave Palumbo here for Muscle Serpents Daily in the dark. Because that's what happens when you're busy all day and you got to get to the snake facility at night. I've been kind of filming a little bit all day long, but you know, after gymnastics was over for my kids, came back, we ate a little bit, and then I put the kids to bed and I came over here. Did a little more filming to finish up today's video. And hey, you got to do an intro, got to do an outro, right? Today we're going to be looking at my monitors, see how they're doing, some updates on them, and then we're going to also be taking a look at some ball pythons that are getting really big. That's females. It's 'tis the season. You know, my snakes are so off schedule that I don't know if they're going to be laying eggs or if they're just going into ovulation or they're just starting to build follicles. It's almost impossible to know because the snakes that should have gone this past season haven't gone, some of them, and then some of them I just started breeding. So everything is completely disjointed. I no longer have a ball python breeding season. The boas and the carpets are still on schedule, but the ball pythons got really screwed up this past year. But that's all right. I don't mind having, you know, the only bad thing about having litters or clutches, I should say, all year round is that you just don't know when they're coming. So it's like you're constantly putting the males in with the females because you don't want to miss something. And so it works the males a little harder. I have just been feeding them, you know, heavier. And as long as a ball python eats male, I don't care. I'll breed him. You know, if he doesn't eat and he starts losing weight, then we give him a rest. And that's pretty much the rule of thumb over here. All right, let's take a look and see what we got today. I just learned a hard lesson. I just got whipped in the eye with this guy's tail, and I'm telling you, it hurt. Hurt worse than any bite that I've gotten from a snake. Right in my eye, in my good eye too. So sometimes they're in a crappy mood, you know, and you got to be careful. But that's not going to stop me from going in there. See, I just got whipped again, except I'm protecting my eye now. What's the matter? Look at that! Look at that whipping. He's not running away though. He's not afraid. He just is letting me know that he doesn't like the camera in his face. It's really about the camera, because when I don't put the camera in his face, he doesn't do this. He doesn't like me sticking the camera in his face, and I guarantee if I put it away, he'll probably chill out. Maybe if I can be a little more nonchalant about it. Give me a big boy. All right, he's calming down a little bit now. He doesn't like the camera. He doesn't like social media. He said he's against it. But as you can see, he's got a little stuck shut on him, so we're trying to spray him down a little bit more, but gotta watch that tail, especially when you're filming and you don't see it coming. You got me good. You got me good. I don't mind getting whipped by the tail normally. I just don't want to get, no one wants to get whipped in the eye, because I'm telling you, that tail is really strong, powerful, very powerful tail. And once again, he's not running away. Our other water monitor, she'll run away. You know, I'll show you her in a second. Come on, let's go over to this girl. Who we think is a girl. She'll just run away. She won't like start whipping or anything. She just runs away. She'll let me pet her. And then if I get a little too, I try to pick her up and she doesn't want to be picked up, she'll just run. She really won't whip. Maybe she is a female, maybe he is a male, maybe he's more aggressive, I don't know. But she's doing good. Really nice. She's actually in a good mood. Yeah. Here's my sweetheart. I get whipped in the face by my albinos, but this little girl, she's my buddy. I don't have to pick her up. She comes right over to me. She'll go in her shirt. She'll hang out. They should all be this tame, but different personalities, you know, get different actions. I think the albinos don't see that well, and I think that's why. I think they're very, they get a little nervous because they don't see as well. Because this guy, this girl is fine. Even my black dragon is pretty good. If I had I think if I had a little more room to let her run around, I'd take her out a lot more. She's pretty tame too. She's going up to my head now, for sure. There she is, checking my ears out. Oh look, she's getting the ear mites out of my ears. She's like, what's that? What's in that ear? That's a lot of earwax. That's what that is. Nothing too tasty though. Very, very inquisitive. She's good. She'll check out what's going on. She's, oh, Pablo, grab her. Oh, there she comes. All right, she's all right. What's up? What's up? She's gonna be when she gets big, she's gonna be the one we take out and run around. Because I can tell she's got a good personality. She gets it. She gets it. She's not taking advantage of our generosity of letting her run around. All right, let's get her back in here. What a good girl. See that? That's a good girl. All right, a little update on my albino sulcata tortoises. It's actually chilly here in Cape Coral today. Like, I mean, it's in the low 70s, which I know up north probably seems ridiculous, but it is chilly. And so I have my garage doors open and my tortoises are actually basking because they're like trying to stay warm. And that's my female. My male's not basking, he's digging. He's digging, come here, big boy. Oh, okay, he's heavy, Maddie. Did he get heavy? Holy mackerel. He is big. Yeah, very muscular too. He loves to do his digging. Let's see if we can put him over here for a second here. Look at this boy. What a good boy. I know, I still haven't built you that outdoor enclosure yet. I have my guy waiting to do it too. And I haven't pulled the trigger. I keep second guessing myself what I want to do, but I might as well just do it. Right, big boy? Yep. All right, go get some sunlight, or go get some artificial sunlight. Go get some heat. I got my water turtles out here, getting a little sunlight. Although the sun is setting now, so there's really no light for them. But they're still in direct sunlight. They like the UV, and they're probably a little chilly because the water's colder than normally. It's usually 100 degrees, you know. It's like I said, it's in the low 70s here right now, but I'll put them back in their turtle tub in a little bit. Let them get a little last bit of the sunlight that's out here. And ever since I've been putting them out in the natural sunlight, their shells have gotten vibrant. They look healthier. It's just a good different turtles. They're different turtles for sure. All right, a little night video. You run out of time, you got to do stuff at night. So I guess I get to see the Amazon tree boas in all their glory. Look at that. They love the nighttime. They do come out at night, just to prove. Hiding all day, out at night. Beautiful. I'm sure they don't like this bright light being shown in their face, but it's the only way I can showcase these guys. That's our yellow hypo. Male. I'm trying to get a female from Ian Bissell, my good friend. He says he hasn't sexed his babies. I told him sex them already. So hopefully we can get something from him. Or if anyone else has any cool Amazon tree boas, maybe some adults they want to sell, let me know. If you didn't know anything about breeding snakes, you would definitely think this snake was dead when you came in. Look how uncomfortable this female is. She is just twisted. Ball pythons never lay like this. And it's because she's got eggs in her. She might even be ready to lay right now. I might have just caught her. It was dark in here. I turned the lights on to get some videos, but she is twisted in the worst possible way. Although she's been eating, which is kind of weird. Right? Papa's got her marked down as eating. She's het tri-stripe het clown, so there's a possibility if she does lay some eggs, if the male proves out to be het clown, I think he's possible het clown, that we could get some tri-striped clowns. So should be interesting looking. I don't even know how they'll look. I think someone's produced them before, but anyway, just don't think your snake's dying if it's laying like this. It usually means it's because it's going to ovulate or because it's going to lay eggs. I think who knows? Who knows? She should have gone way earlier this year, so I don't know what's going on. She's off the reservation, as they say. Look at the size of this Mandarin girl. She looks like she's ready to pop. She is big. I think she might have eaten though today, because Pablo fed today, so she might just really be building still. I think she's still breeding. I don't think she's got eggs in her. I think she's got a nice big rat in her is what she's got, and she's digesting. But she's definitely close to ovulation, for sure. She's a perfect example of a really high Mandarin single copies. This is one copy of Mandarin, but she's a very high expression. You can see all those reds and oranges, and she's an adult. She is really, really nice. Here's a really nice female I got from Billy at Mutation Creation a number of years back. It's a Pastel Leopard Freeway. I love Freeway stuff. This is Pastel Leopard Freeway. And she's 50% het clown, so too lazy to test her out to see if I'm just breeding her to a clown, and we'll see what we get. She was not a great eater, I gotta tell you. She's a 19, but she might go this year. She might go. She's a mouser too, or African surfer. She does not like rats, this girl, which makes it harder for them to get up to size, but they'll do it eating. You can feed them. I always tell people, if the snake eats, don't worry about it. If you got to feed it 3 mice, you feed it 3 mice instead of one big rat. They'll grow. Believe me, they'll grow. Matter of fact, mice, people don't realize that mice have really, especially adult mice, have really good bone structure. I always say that an adult mouse is more nutritious from a calcium standpoint than like a weaned rat is, even though a weaned rat is probably bigger. Because they don't have their adult bone structure yet. They don't have as much calcium in there. Bones are not as hard. They're kind of mushy. They have a lot of fat on them. So I do prefer mice, for as long as they can take it until obviously they get to the small rat size, and then I'll switch them. But I usually don't have problems switching them. This snake never liked rats from the very beginning, though. I haven't shown you this girl in a while. I pray every day that she will lay some eggs for me. Every day I pray. I love this girl so much. I produced her in 2019. So she's 4 years old? And she still hasn't given me a clutch of eggs. She is an Enchi Orange Dream Champagne. You can see the champagne there. Hypo. So the champagne hypo is known as a mimosa. Add the Enchi, add the Orange Dream. She's 100% het pied. She might be yellow belly. Who knows? She's just so nice. I've been trying to breed this girl. I can't get anything out of her. I don't know why. I don't know, but it's probably the male's fault. I have a Orange Dream Ultra Male pied het hypo one with this girl. So I'm aiming big. Everything will be het Ultra Male, and then we can produce some hypo pied stuff, Enchi champagne hypo pied, Enchi Orange Dream hypo pied. That's the goal, and then have everything be het Ultra Male, because I can't even imagine what this girl would look like with Ultra Male in it. I mean, she's already so beautiful looking. She's probably one of the nicest champagnes I think I've certainly ever produced. I don't know if I've ever seen, but she's got something special about her. This might be the worst breeder of all time. I don't think I've ever got a clutch out of her. This is a Super Pastel Sugar Het Monarch. Talked about Monarch yesterday. I love sugar. The Super Pastel Sugar looks great, but I wanted to get the sugar into the Monarch gene. I'm breeding it to a Mandarin Het Monarch that I produced a couple years ago. So I thought this would be a great combo, but she just doesn't want to go. But you know what? She is laying in the water bowl, so maybe she's close to ovulation. I don't know. I see did she eat? She did eat. So, all right, so she's still eating. So there's hope still. We got to just keep our fingers crossed on this one. Here's a really nice, I've shown you this girl before too. She's a Freeway, which is the Enchi, excuse me. She's a Freeway, which is the yellow belly and asphalt combination. And then she's also het Ultramel. So she's definitely big enough. She's a 21. She's got the size in her. You know, I've been breeding her to a, what are we breeding her to? Oh, an Ivory Ultramel, that's right. So we're hedging our bets a little with the Ivory because we're going to either get Freeways or we're going to get Ivories. There's no other possibility. And then this was a visual Ultramel male, so we're going to get 50% of the babies will be Ultramel females. So, you know, there's some chances we're going to get some Ivory Ultramels, but we should, if we hit the odds, if we don't, you know, we get a bunch of eggs, we should get, maybe produce at least one, I would hope, Freeway Ultramel, which would be really cool. She's kind of on the cusp. We'll see. I hope she goes. Here's my Banana Clown Het Pied female. She gave me that beautiful Banana Clown Pied that I produced last year. She's back in the breeding again. I wish I could have bred her to a visual, but they're just not old enough yet. So we went back to our Enchi Clown Het Pied again. The only bad thing about, you know, this breeding is that they're both Het Pied, so, you know, you're going to get a lot of, you're going to get anything that's not visual pied is going to be a 66% or so. But she's so beautiful, and they made such great babies last time, and we hit a lot of visual pieds. We got really, really lucky on a lot of the babies. I showed them to you the other day, and she's, I think she's still eating, yeah. Oh, she didn't eat, oh, so maybe we're going to get her a clutch of eggs. She's small, but she gives us nice clutches of eggs. She gave our first clutch last year. I think she's going to repeat again this year, so we'll just have to keep an eye on her. And we'll finish up with one of my favorite female ball pythons in my collection here. High Intensity Orange Dream, Leopard, Spot Nose, Het Clown, female. She is big. She is eating like a fiend. Yeah, she ate today, so she's not ready to lay yet, but she's close. You know, we've been breeding. We really just started breeding her, so, and we're breeding her to a High Intensity Pastel Fire Clown. So we could produce super High Intensity Orange Dream, Leopard, Spot Nose, Clown stuff. So I mean, there could be some insane babies. You can just see how nice she is. She's an adult, and she still looks spectacular. That High Intensity Orange Dream really, really helps maintain, you know, color and fluorescence and contrast well into adulthood. And that, look at that leopard. That leopard gives you that nice dark stripe like that. This is like a perfect example of like what you'd love a snake to be. I mean, if ball pythons were display snakes, she would absolutely have a cage, a display cage, but I'd probably never see her. She'd probably just be sitting under a hide box all day long. That's just ball pythons. They like to hide, ball pythons. They're not display snakes. That's why you don't see people putting them in display tanks. You know, they're not really display type animals. Like carpets like to move around. You know, they're great display animals. You can use some of the colubrids are good display animals. The Amazon tree boas. You know, sometimes the emerald tree boas will display. So yeah, it depends. You know, ball pythons like to be in a little box. They enjoy it. They feel secure. All right, guys, that's going to do it for today here at Palumbo's Pythons and Boas. Hopefully you enjoyed today's video. I got some smack in the eye, didn't I, from that water monitor. Holy mackerel. You know, but you know what? I'm so immune, and I know you guys probably feel the same way. And when you first get animals and snakes and lizards, you're a little nervous. You know, you don't want to get bit. After a while, you just don't give a crap anymore. And, you know, you get bit, you get whipped, you get, it doesn't, you know, it doesn't bother you. It's like it doesn't even faze you. Like, and then you tell like a friend of yours what happened, and they're like, "Are you nuts?" It just doesn't bother me. That's why usually it doesn't happen a lot, because when you're not afraid of the animal and they don't sense fear from you, a lot of times they won't do that. But sometimes the monitors are in crappy moods, and I should have known better. I had the camera in front of my face, so I didn't really see the whip coming, and he whipped me right in the eye. So, and it hurt. It hurt a lot more than getting bit, I'll tell you that much, but it feels all right now. So that just comes with the territory. Sometimes we become too complacent. Got to be a little bit more alert, and it's the story of my life. I get into La La Land when I get into the snake room. I'm like I'm in another world, as you guys can probably sympathize with. All right, hope you enjoyed today's video. If you did, show us the love. Hit that subscribe button, turn on those notifications, hit that like button. I'll see you back tomorrow morning.